in what's shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable and high-stakes transfer windows Rangers fans have seen in years. There's another major twist in the tale coming out of Ibrox, and it's the kind that could send shockwaves through the dressing room and the stands. The club is moving fast. Deals are being lined up one after another, and Russell Martin looks like a man on a mission. The message is clear: rebuild, reinforce, and go again with more hunger than ever. After a season that ended with a bitter taste, the urgency in the air is almost tangible. And now there's fresh noise about a deal that could have serious implications for the attack. Not just any ordinary shuffle of the pack, but potentially a real game changer. We've already seen movement on both ends. Exits being lined up, some already rubber-stamped, and arrivals beginning to trickle in. The momentum is unmistakable. This isn't just about filling gaps, it's about transforming the identity of the squad before the new campaign kicks off, both domestically and in Europe. Now the latest report to drop suggests that Rangers have agreed terms with another key player. And while the club hasn't made it official yet, sources close to the deal claim everything's in place. But here's the twist. It's not just a new phase coming in, it's a potential goodbye that could hit hard. One of the club's brightest stars from last season may be on the move. And that's where things get really interesting. It's no secret that Rangers' talent doesn't go unnoticed beyond the Scottish borders. When a young player lights up the league the way this one has, the rest of Europe pays attention. And now, with multiple clubs circling and the transfer window wide open, decisions have to be made quickly and decisively. We'll get into the details in just a second: who's involved, what it means for the squad, and how this could reshape Rangers' ambitions for the season ahead. But before all that, there's a new face in the door. One that'll be familiar to fans of English football. Max Aarons is the first signing of the Russell Martin era at Ibrox, and it's a move that makes all kinds of sense. Brought in on loan from Bournemouth, Aarons arrives with Premier League experience, youth on his side, and a real point to prove after a low-key stint in Spain. The 25-year-old full-back is expected to compete directly with James Tavernier for that right-back position, but don't be surprised if we see him feature on the left as well. He's versatile, he's hungry, and perhaps most importantly, he trusts the manager. There's history here. Russell Martin and Matt Gill played a massive role in Aarons' early development at Norwich. They weren't just figures in the background. They were mentors guiding him as he broke through the ranks at Carrow Road. Now, with both men calling the shots at Ibrox, Aarons is reuniting with the coaches who gave him his first real shot. That personal connection was key to getting this deal done. In his own words, Aarons said walking through the doors at Rangers felt like stepping into something huge, and make no mistake, he's fully aware of the pressure and expectations that come with wearing this badge. After returning from a holiday and cutting short his rest period, Aarons made it clear he was ready to hit the ground running. He ramped up his fitness training and reported in top shape, determined to prove his worth. From day one, the message he sent couldn't have been clearer. He's here to compete, not just to make up the numbers. For a squad that's been crying out for more depth and competition in key areas, this is exactly the kind of profile that fits the bill. Rangers fans will be watching closely to see how he slots into the system and how his presence might impact the captain's role. Will it push Tavernier to another level? Will it lead to tactical tweaks? Whatever happens, having that kind of quality and depth at full-back is a luxury that could pay off massively in both the league and Europe. And speaking of Europe, that Champions League qualifier against Panathinaikos is looming large. Every decision made now will echo in that crucial early tie. But let's shift gears, because there's another major storyline developing that could completely alter the shape of the Rangers' attack. And it involves none other than Hamza Igamane. According to reports from France and Belgium, the Moroccan striker has agreed personal terms with Ligue 1 side Lille. Talks between the clubs are ongoing, and while nothing's official yet, it's looking increasingly likely that his time at Ibrox may be coming to an end. Now, for those who've followed his journey over the last year, this will come as a real gut punch. Igamane arrived quietly from ASR Rabat for a modest fee, a signing that didn't make huge headlines at the time. But once he got his feet under him and adjusted to the Scottish game, everything changed. Around the turn of the year, he hit a purple patch of form that completely transformed his status within the squad. Goals began to flow, performances turned heads, and soon enough scouts from across the continent were paying attention. Who could forget his 2-goal performance against Nice in the Europa League? A match that showcased his flair, finishing, and fearless approach on the big stage. That was the night the wider football world took notice. From there, it was a whirlwind. Goals followed against Spurs, a brilliant brace against Motherwell, and then that unforgettable hat-trick that tore Hibs apart. But it was the Old Firm Derby that sealed his place in the hearts of fans. A thunderous late winner at Celtic Park. That sent the away end into delirium and wrote his name into club folklore. That kind of form doesn't just earn you praise, it earns you opportunities. And just 5 days after that iconic moment, he was pulling on the Morocco shirt. In a World Cup qualifier, it was a meteoric rise, one of those rare football stories, where everything clicks and a young talent explodes onto the scene. But success comes at a cost. Interest from bigger leagues was inevitable, and now Lille appear to be leading the chase. They see Iguain as a potential successor to Jonathan David, who's expected to leave this summer. Reports suggest a key meeting has already taken place. Personal terms are agreed, and another French club has also made a formal offer. Lille, however, remain firmly in the driver's seat. The decision now rests with Rangers. Do they cash in on a player who could still grow into an even bigger star? Or do they hold firm, banking on his potential to lead the line in the crucial months ahead? Timing couldn't be worse, with CYRIEL Dessers also linked with a move away to AEK Athens. If both strikers were to leave, the attacking options would be dramatically thin, possibly leaving Danilo as the sole senior forward heading into those make-or-break Champions League qualifiers. It's a balancing act. On one hand, you've got the financial opportunity. Iguain's value has skyrocketed, and turning a quick profit could give Martin more flexibility to strengthen other areas. But on the other hand, letting go of your most electric attacker just before the season kicks off, that's a risk that could haunt them. If results don't go their way early on, these next few days are going to be critical. Fans will be refreshing feeds, hoping for clarity, maybe even a surprise twist. Because this is football, and just when you think you've got the script figured out, something changes. As the uncertainty grows around Iguain's future, the mood inside Ibrox is one of cautious optimism, mixed with a dose of reality. The club has been here before, promising players drawing eyes from abroad, tough calls being made, and the squad reshaping itself almost overnight. But this time, with Champions League dreams on the line and the pressure to deliver silverware at home, every piece of the puzzle matters more than ever. Russell Martin knows that better than anyone. He's not just building a team. He's rebuilding a culture, trying to spark a new era where belief runs deep and standards never drop. That's why these early moves, both in and out, are being watched so closely. They're not just transactions, they're statements of intent. And while Iguain's departure isn't confirmed, the noise around it is deafening. Lille are pushing hard, and it's clear they've made him their top priority. For the player himself, it's a tough decision. Stay and become a hero in Glasgow, or chase the next step on the European ladder. Either path comes with risk, but also reward. What's certain is that he's earned the right to choose. From an unknown arrival to a fan favorite, his journey has been nothing short of incredible. Meanwhile, on the training pitch, preparations are well underway. Pre-season is back, the squad has returned, and Russell Martin has finally taken charge of his first sessions. It's early days, but already the tone has shifted. There's energy, there's intensity, and there's competition. That's exactly what this group needs. The players know that nothing is guaranteed. Reputations won't protect anyone this season. Everyone's fighting for a spot, and with more signings on the horizon, the internal pressure is only going to build. Max Aarons settling in quickly will help set the tone. His experience and attitude could be vital in creating the kind of high-performance environment Martin wants. And if more players follow with similar profiles, young, ambitious, and ready to prove themselves, then this could be a very different Rangers side come August. But again, it all hinges on what happens in the next couple of weeks. Will Iguain be part of that new-look attack? Will more firepower be brought in to replace him if he goes? And can Martin mold all these pieces into a team capable of hitting the ground running? In both the Premiership and Europe, time will tell, but one thing is certain: Rangers are not sitting still. The window is open, the moves are coming, and the message to the rest of the league is loud and clear. This is just the beginning. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. There's a bit of a stir brewing in the blue half of Glasgow this week, and it's got the Rangers support talking. Word on the street is that CYRIEL Dessers, the Nigerian striker who never quite won over the Ibrox faithful, has left with more than just his boots and bags. He's taken a parting swipe at the very team he's leaving behind. While nothing's been officially confirmed by the club, reports suggest Dessers has made some less than flattering remarks in the wake of his exit. If the whispers are to be believed, he's taken aim at the team's tactics, mentality, and even hinted at dressing room unrest. That's right, The kind of stuff that turns a quiet off-season into a headline frenzy. It said the forward, brought in last summer with high hopes and a decent price tag, felt he was never truly backed by the coaching staff or allowed to play to his strengths. Some close to the player claim he was frustrated by a rigid system and a lack of consistent service. He apparently told associates that Rangers don't play to win. They play not to lose, a comment sure to ruffle feathers among the support. Now, whether Dessers truly made such a bold claim or not remains to be seen. But the murmurs are gaining volume. Some fans have taken to social media, half in disbelief, half in agreement, with a few suggesting maybe the forward is only saying what others won't. Others are branding it sour grapes, the typical grumbling of a player who couldn't cut it. In Glasgow's intense footballing cauldron, let's not forget, Dessers had a mixed bag of a season. Goals here and there, but he never quite settled. The pressure at Rangers isn't for everyone. And perhaps this was a marriage that never should have happened, but to go out with criticism, that's always a bold move, and rarely one that ends quietly. As it stands, the club has offered no comment, and it's unlikely they will. Rangers tend to do their talking on the pitch still. In a city where football is life and every whisper becomes a roar, this won't be going away anytime soon. Keep an eye on this one. There's a feeling the story's not over yet. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.